Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
All right, welcome to No Quarters 2.1. It's a video game podcast, and 2.1 because we've had a few issues since the last episode.
Our save file got corrupted.
Yeah, our save file got corrupted,
and this is why PC gaming is dead.
Because our save file is corrupted, and the PC was to blame.
Yes. Do you want a quick backstory? So what happened is, like, we do this all on digital, 8-track, 4-track, whatever you want to call it. And we usually keep the episodes on there, but, once every 20, 30 episodes of everything we do, we have to clear it.
Because we talk a lot.
Yeah.
We talk too much.
Way too much.
So, yeah, we fill up 4 tracks of lots of time. And anyway, so, yeah, between episodes, we cleared it, and it picked that time to corrupt it once it was on the computer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
Least opportune time, as usual.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So apparently you won't get to hear us ramble on and on about Modern Warfare 2.
More than episode 1.
Yeah, all we're going to tell you is we all beat it. I didn't think it was as hard on Veteran as Harlo made it out to be, because I played Call of Duty 4 right after that, beat it on Veteran, and suffered much more significantly for it than I did with Modern Warfare 2. Online is still tough because people are insane and play that all the time, and we don't. Spec Ops still rules.
Yes.
And that's about it, right? That should be the extent of our Modern Warfare 2 discussion.
Modern Warfare,
Did I miss anything?
Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 are to blame for me getting better at video games.
That's right. BJ actually beat a couple games. And can kill dudes every once in a while.
Well, yeah.
And
By the way, we didn't really identify
ourselves,
ourselves, did we?
No. Okay, yeah, well,
Who cares?
anyway, yeah, I'm Maki.
I'm BJ, or the Beej.
And I'm Harlo.
All right, so there we go. That's
or
us.
the Harlo.
Identify that with the voices you hear.
And all three of us have beaten Modern Warfare 2.
Woohoo.
Dateline.
Yes. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Storyline's a bit much.
Yep.
So there you go. That's your Modern Warfare 2 cast for this week. We'll see you next week, people.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is I've warmed to it a little bit, but it's still less than 4.
Yes.
Spec Ops makes up for its shortcomings.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a nice addition.
Yeah. And we like Spec Ops.
I like games with that style of mode, the you and your friends versus the AI instead of you and your friends versus, crazy people who
Versus
play
other
a game
people
too
and
much.
their friends.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
I hate people anyway, so...
We've talked enough about Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, that's
I
all I
thought
have
we
to
were
say.
transitioning into game modes. I thought he was segueing.
Oh, game modes. There's a seg here?
It might have been a little bit.
All right.
I don't know where I was going with it, but other than that's kind of the mode that was enabled with the latest DLC on Borderlands is bring your friends and fight the chaotic hordes of AI controlled people.
Yeah.
Which we've not yet. I've experienced it single player, which is not the way to experience it at all.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is with the discrepancy in that game is like I'm level 50 and you guys haven't been able to play as much, so
yeah. Well, you
we would start the game
before
at
this
level
DLC
16.
came out, you had done everything in the game.
yes,
Including Zombie Island of Dr. Ned.
right, including grinding for brains.
Yep. And getting level 50.
Yes,
Which I'm not even remotely close to.
which I believe
21.
I pointed out in our lostness that if you're going to play through Zombie Island, be sure and pull up a game guide before you go through everything to find out how to get the brains and where to go to get them from the very start. Because otherwise...
So there's someone who gives you the brains quest.
Yes,
and you want to get to them first.
You have to get the quest first, or else all the brains you've been picking up do nothing for you.
Okay.
So
They
just
don't count.
So whenever that goes on its weekly sale on Xbox and I buy it...
so you bought the second DLC, but not the first one yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to bank.
Oh, sure.
That's all I wanted.
All right.
Just like with Brutal Legend, I bought the DLC for that because I wanted a GPS until they don't mention that you don't get the GPS until you've beaten the game.
Whoops.
Which I have not beaten the game yet because while I enjoy that game and I like the story, as I play it, it gets less fun. I enjoy the story more and I enjoy playing it less, which is kind of a bit how Psychonauts ended up too, but I guess that's a Tim Schafer thing.
Except for early days.
Yeah, early days, of course.
Full
but
throttle.
That was that. Of course, those games were all story.
Yeah,
pretty
stick
much.
with point-and-click adventures,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
Please.
but Brutal Legend. Yeah, the DLC. So warning for anyone who's thinking of buying that because they say, "Oh, I can find all the serpents and do all that." Yeah, I hope you beat the game already. Cause
So that doesn't make any sense. So you get the GPS to help you find the serpents, which help your character besides
Yes.
getting an achievement, but yet you're done with the game.
Yeah,
So
if you
why
have,
the
you have
fuck
to
do
beat the game before you
need-
can get it in this.
Okay.
And some of the things do not unlock in the store until you hit a certain point, or in the the mouth of metal, or whatever the upgrade car thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That-
Yeah, it doesn't unlock them. The Ozzy
retarded.
Osbourne shop.
Yeah.
It doesn't unlock them until certain points in the game. So it's kind of like, thanks, I guess. You know, it's one of those cases where it's like, I spent the $5, just give it to me.
Right. Exactly.
You know, give me the stuff. I don't care about multiplayer maps at all. I only bought it for this one thing.
Yep.
And I'll admit, I paid $5 to get a GPS, which I guess is better than spending $5 on a lightsaber for my avatar, but
And it is.
No way.
I don't know. I've
Or a UAV.
I've gotten plenty of free prop things now for my avatar, so I don't need to buy any.
I only got
I
the
just
little...
I just got a Chocobo that I haven't enabled yet.
Oh yeah, I didn't exchange mine in. All I've got is the little, what is that?
The
little,
present?
the little eyeball thing
Oh,
from
from
Halo.
Halo.
That Halo Waypoint gave
Yeah,
me.
what's the deal with the present?
It's just a prop. It's
just
a
a prop.
present.
Yeah.
I think I have a firework from New Year's too.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't
downloaded
get
it.
one of those.
I think I downloaded
I think
it.
I got 2010 glasses for free.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Which-
saw those.
No,
Nah.
no.
Well, that's just because I was, hunting and watching this sale items from Christmas and New Year's. Like, so anything that said free, it was like click.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we were talking about Borderlands.
Oh yeah,
and,
games, not stupid things for your virtual person.
Yeah,
right.
but Borderlands, you were talking about Mad Moxxi's Underdome or whatever it's called.
yeah,
And it's basically, is it basically horde mode to a certain extent?
yeah, pretty much. You go in this arena and wave after wave of enemies come out, and there's sometimes weird things that happen. Like I only got through. This is one of the things that sucks by trying to play single player is I made it all the way through wave 1, and different types of enemies come out, and a bunch of them at each wave. Or I guess there's waves and then levels of the wave. I don't
Okay.
remember what they call them, but anyway. So I made it all the way through the first wave, and then I got to the second wave, and that's where it started getting a little crazy. Like there was one level or whatever where they basically said nobody has any shields.
Oh god.
So like it takes your shields away, and then
So
there
you
was,
die instantly.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't that bad. But then there was one where it's like only your shotgun is going to do good damage, everything else is going to do less. So they do kind of fun little mix.
So you
want
want to load up your inventory before you go in there.
Yeah, you pretty much want to have one of every gun, and you definitely need to have other people because if you die and you have more people, you just go into a penalty box where basically I think it means you're out for that round,
Yeah.
and then you come back. But if you're by yourself,
You're done.
It's wave over, and you start at the very beginning of that wave, not that
Oy.
round.
Oof.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I made about halfway through level wave 2 and died, and yeah, I was like, okay, need to bring friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, can you do more than one person split screen on that game, or is it just two people?
I think it's
players?
just
two
two.
people.
Yeah, I think you get into where your Xbox can't render that much.
Yeah, it's very rare that you find four on
Four-player,
anything,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah,
But still.
Halo 3 did it. Why
Yeah.
can't anything else do it?
that's because they're Microsoft. They can pay people lots and lots of money to figure out how to do it.
Nobody can take full advantage of the sheer power of the Xbox 360.
Yes,
It is
but
like a
yeah,
god
no,
in a
I'm
box.
still fully behind. I think Borderlands is my game of the year.
Really?
Yeah,
So
easily.
you
Well, I
enjoyed,
mean,
enjoyed it that much.
it's just
Oh.
easily what I put the most time into, besides finishing like Fallout 3, which was
Yeah.
last year's game of the year, if you will.
Yeah. Well, with all the DLC,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
kind of qualify this year because you
Yeah,
basically
but-
get another game if you had bought all
That's
5
true.
DLC packs.
Which I did.
Yeah. Now, Borderlands, one of the things that I really like about it is it's got that Diablo loot system in a first-person shooter that's fun to play.
Yes.
And because all the loot it's got that balance that Diablo kind of figured out of, okay, here's some crap, but sooner or later you're going to get something good. And
Right.
it's unlike a game like Two Human where everything's just a little bit better than what you got, and you never get that big jackpot. Hey, yes, this thing's awesome, which you can do in
Yeah. It's more like, hey,
Borderlands.
this is mildly, slightly better
Yeah.
than what I had.
And hey, I can just replace whatever degraded. And
That's really what Two Human becomes.
Yeah.
Is like, oh yes, I got something that I can replace the thing that's been broken for half this level.
yeah, yeah, and that's a game that got loot completely wrong.
Right.
Whereas Borderlands has it just right, and they use the color coding system, that
Makes it
WoW
simple.
uses.
Yeah.
So okay, I got this orange thing. That means it's
It's
pretty damn
awesome.
good for this level.
Right.
Purple thing. Yeah, that's pretty damn good too. but it hits that gambling sweet spot where it's like, okay, if I keep playing, I'm going to get something good in a minute. But that also encourages you to sit there and play it for hours and hours and hours.
Well, and I've recently, I guess, partially because I've finished some games and kind of trying to feed that addiction of Borderlands and Fallout that I, went and 100%ed here in a short period of time. So I kind of went back to Mass Effect, partially to prepare for Mass Effect 2, because I also had no idea where my save game was, and for some reason I barely remember that game. It's so weird. I played it all the way through and just don't remember anything about it. But anyway, my point is like, playing that after playing Borderlands really emphasizes the fact that I don't like Mass Effect really like much at all. Like, I mean, the combat system is just weird. It's like floaty guns that hit when they want to hit, and you don't have any control over it. Like the sniper rifles, especially with that, it doesn't matter how good you get. You've always got that weird sway. You've got to time it
I was perfect in that game. Like I did everything you would possibly do in that game, and my sniper rifles were still floating all over the place.
But yeah, Borderlands at the same time, I mean, it plays like a first-person shooter. I mean, if you've got a guy that's 300 yards out and you're trying to hit him with a sniper rifle, you need to lead him. I mean, it plays like a first-person shooter. It's not like, random chance that, it's like an invisible dice is rolling in the background that you may or may not hit, even though the sniper rifle was right on him.
Yeah, well, at least with Borderlands, it pops up. You know that you hit the dude.
Yeah.
Whereas with Mass Effect, you just aim in their direction, shoot at them, and try and watch a little bar over their head and see if it's decreasing or not, and that means you're hitting them. Because there was so little feedback as to when you hit a guy.
Yeah.
Which is just something that BioWare did not understand, and, to use an example, like Gears of War, when you hit a dude.
Yeah.
Every time you shoot him, you know that you've hit him, and Mass Effect did not have that at all.
No.
Which is too bad. Even though I love that game, and I love the story, I remember everything about it. Problem is, in order to get all the achievement points in it, you have to beat it 3 times.
At least 3 times.
Plus another time, not another time necessarily beat it, but another time to build up your different level character to get all the little use this 75 times, use that 75 times stuff. So I have no idea which choices I made in which game, which character had them, any of that. So it's kind of like, that's the big thing about importing into Mass Effect 2 is, if you chose to kill this guy, then he's not going to be in it, and I'm like, I don't remember who I chose to kill.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's sad. I probably shouldn't have gone back to Mass Effect because they probably would have had my money on launch day with Mass Effect 2. Now I'm like, especially after Dragon Age. I mean, I gotta say, like, I hit a point in Dragon Age, and I just do not like that game at all.
you were talking about selling it back.
Yeah, I almost wish I could. Like, I mean, I just haven't absolutely.
He could, but he snapped the disc.
I have like zero interest in playing that game anymore. It's weird. Like, I mean, I went from this is kind of cool, playing a wizard and talking to people and finding chicks to bang. But it's like
because that's what wizards do.
Yeah, exactly. They have a certain way with the ladies. But I don't know. I just I hit a brick wall in the combat system, and I just have no interest in playing that. And Mass Effect, like, it's just. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to wait. Now I'm at the point I have to wait and see how 2 plays out because I know it. I've said in the past I don't care. I care about achievements for games that I care about, and Mass Effect just immediately makes me go fuck that. I'm never 100%ing this game because I just don't care. Like, I mean, I know you did, and
it took a lot of hours.
Yeah. But I mean,
that was when I was working from home and had the time to do that sort of thing.
Also known as playing video games all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and finishing projects when they needed them finished. But,
but yeah,
when you're between projects, you have a little bit of time to do whatever you want. And yeah.
But yeah, that game just, I mean, looking at the achievements, I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Not happening ever.
It's a serious time investment.
Ever. So I don't like games that make me feel like I'm playing wrong if I don't obsess about this or that or the other and like playing it through 4 times. That's just not going to happen.
I don't know. I just hit a mode with that game and just kept going. And
I think it's past the point kind of thing too. Like I've played better games like that now. Or I know they're not real similar, but
yeah. So needless to say, you will not be getting all the points in Dragon Age.
Don't think I'm going to get any more.
Any further points.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I bought it. I popped it in, and then I was like, no, I shouldn't do this.
No,
because there were a lot of sales this holiday season.
There were.
everything. Like Amazon had everything on sale. Xbox had their deals of the day. There was
Steam.
PlayStation Store stuff on sale. I mean, Steam went nuts, like you said. I mean,
Absolutely batshit, I think.
yeah.
Yeah,
like
Steam had a ton of things.
I mean, I guess that's the only good thing about being in a recession is everyone's like, please spend money on us.
Yeah.
Here's what we'll do.
Well, apparently Steam had really worked. Like, I mean, like their sales jumped like crazy from this.
You want to know how crazy it was?
They made you buy a PC.
I bought a PC game.
Yeah, you bought a PC game.
I did. I bought a Torchlight.
So you took our recommendation from the previous.
I did.
He took a
episode.
value price game and made it even more value by buying it half off.
Wasn't it down to? It was down to like $5.
It was one day. One day they had it for $5,
Yeah, I missed that, and I bought it for $9.99. But
which is still a hell of a bargain.
Jesus,
$9.99
that's
for
worth
a game is a good price,
Oh, yeah.
especially one that's as well-
$9.99 for a game that can
well-regarded.
take you at least 20 hours, by
Yeah.
bar none.
it. Like Grand
50
Theft
cents
Auto
an
4.
hour.
Grand Theft Auto 4, they had it for $7.50. And I was
What?
just like, you know what? Fuck it, and I bought it
For PC?
on PC. I've got it on 360. I never beat it there, but I'm like, you know what?
I actually
For
that's
$7.50, I can play this game forever as long as Steam's still up.
that's actually one
I can re-download
if I'd seen that for sale, I must have missed that day. Like I probably would have bought that just so I could run fraps and try to capture weird
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Good
Yes.
You know.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, Steam had so much good stuff. Xbox Live's daily deals were very hit or miss, but I mean, the hit ones, you and I both bought Marvel vs. Capcom.
Which is just like all the
Yeah.
other Capcom games, insanely hard.
Yeah. But, we bought it for $7, so we
Yeah.
can fight each other. And,
Good.
ban
You guys
whatever it is.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, ban whatever is that Cable Storm combo or whatever the hell. There's like one combo that everyone uses that's just like unbeatable.
Oh.
I don't even know what it is.
Well, you're not going to get me to play anything but the Avengers characters anyway.
Okay,
so-
yeah, well, that works. But anyway, yeah, I mean, we both bought that. I bought Secret of Monkey Island for $5 because that's one of my favorite games in the original version. So if I can try out the new one, hell, why not?
Yeah, rub it in.
Yeah, and you paid full price. But
Yep, for that, Castle Crashers.
Yeah, Castle Crashers I got
Battlefield.
cheap too.
All these games that were on sale, I've already bought.
Yeah,
long
Battlefield
ago.
1943 I passed on just because multiplayer, online only shooter.
It's a good game.
I know.
No,
I
thank
don't
you.
care how good it is. I'm not
I
gonna.
know.
I don't have time to play it. I don't have time to get good at it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, that's.
I don't have time to be yelled at by 12-year-olds.
I'm bringing in
Get out
too
of the
many
tank.
too many
Get
years
out
of
of the
experience of
tank.
1942 to have to worry about getting too good at it. Because
Yeah.
I lived on Battlefield 1942. So.
But yeah, there Amazon had a ton of deals.
Yay.
I ended up getting Tekken with the fight stick for basically what Tekken would have cost if I just wanted to buy it.
Actually,
for
it's cheaper.
$60.
What was it? 60? I thought it was 50.
No,
Either
it was
way.
60.
Okay.
But I mean,
But
wireless
wireless,
fight stick now. So I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
They had Tony Hawk's Ride,
They did. They had DJ Hero, the
DJ Hero.
the Super Renegade.
Oh, the
edition.
wobbly stand edition.
Yeah, wobbly standard. They had it.
TV tray
They had it for
edition.
$120 one day.
Holy crap!
And I was like,
That's
so basically, you just took my $80, didn't you, Amazon?
They
Yeah.
rammed it up your ass.
Yeah, but
Tony Hawk Ride.
yeah, ride. The price already dropped. Yeah, Ride. I still haven't bought it, just so everyone knows, and I won't be buying it. It ended up on
Lies.
enough worst of the year lists that I was
Until
like,
until it gets down to 60.
No, it was on. It's so many people have declared it atrocious that even I can't justify any expense on it at this point.
Damn, I might have to buy it. I don't even have a Wii.
It's not a Wii game. It's a
Not a Wii
360 game.
It's a three.
If it's on every system.
What? I thought that was
Yeah.
a Wii only thing.
No.
No, I saw a dude.
Is there? I mean, it's the Wii is the king of the plastic bullshit peripherals. So
Yeah, of course. But
Yeah,
I saw a
second only
dude.
to
I was
Maki.
at Best Buy picking up an in-store order or whatever, and or call it whatever that is. You buy online, you pick it up in store.
Yeah.
And there was a dude in line in front of me who was returning a copy of Tony Hawk Ride. And I was like, oh, there. It looks like somebody got disappointment for Christmas.
either I do this or my children hate me forever.
They probably already do.
Yeah.
He's just trying to salvage something.
Right.
Can I trade this in for a Wii? That's what they really wanted.
Yeah. But I bought a lot of GameFly also. A lot of their games were like $7. So I've got a whole boatload of those coming soon.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
At least-
the problem now is having time to actually get
Yeah,
play any
I'm
of
gonna
them.
say
I foresee borrowing a lot of games
Yeah.
from Maki.
Well, I mean, I got stuff like Quantum of Solace and Wanted, Weapons of Weapons of Fate or whatever. Because that was one where everyone said it's good, but it's only like a 5-hour game,
Oh,
so
okay.
don't spend $60
so you're
on
actually
it.
going for short games now.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it was like $7.
Yeah, I know.
Why not? $7 and free shipping.
Curves and bullets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
hey.
want to I want to curve bullets.
I'd like to curve bullets.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be curving bullets before he curves bullets.
Hey, Maki, can I curve your bullets?
Come on over. I got games.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up Marvel vs. Capcom, but then, I picked up a few things on Steam, but I didn't go super crazy. Well, like I said, I mean, most of the 360 deals were things I already had. But I picked up like the Unreal pack for $13. There's all the Unreal games.
And I bought that the Crisis 2 pack.
Yeah,
which was
you know,
like
I
$13.
started to, and I didn't. I was
Really?
like, because I played the demo, and Crisis did nothing for me, and I was like, I was going to buy it just as simply like a benchmark thing, but I was like, Far Cry 2 uses that same engine,
Yeah.
so...
Well, I was
can
on
run
Shack
that-
News, and they were talking about MechWarrior 2 Living Legends, which is like a mod.
Crisis
That's all
mod.
MechWarrior 2, and it uses Crisis. So I said, okay, I'll do this. I want to download this. I want to play this. Because MechWarrior 2 is awesome.
Yes, it is.
And
Speaking of-
MechWarrior 2 and Crisis engine has to be good.
Speaking of Far Cry, I was going through the Instant Watch
Okay.
on Netflix, and there's a Far
no.
Cry movie.
Yeah, the
That's
Uwe
Uwe
Boll.
Boll.
Yeah.
Don't,
No,
Don't.
we need to.
don't,
We totally need to.
don't,
I
don't.
there's an arcade game. There's
Don't.
you know
We have played the arcade
Far
game.
Cry 2.
Awesome. Far Cry 2 turret game.
Yeah, it's Far Cry Instincts Operation Paradise.
Okay.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah,
God, that game was so much fun.
it was
oh
awesome.
my God.
I didn't even get to play it, and I had a great time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I bought-
Oh, Evil Genius. I bought for $2.
Yeah.
I love that game. I don't care if it's old. It's Dungeon Keeper with a spy motif. Did you ever play? Was it No One Lives Forever?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the same kind of weird humor and style as that.
God, No One Lives Forever was so good.
Yeah. If you like those,
Monolith, what happened?
if you like those, and you want to play like Dungeon Keeper in that universe, that's pretty much what it is.
Nice. I could
It's
go for
normally $10, but yeah, they had it like it might still be for like a day or two, still
Yeah.
$2.
Did I miss a sale on Splosion Man?
that. No.
No?
It never went on sale.
Oh, I thought one did. Okay.
No, I don't believe so.
'Cause I think I wanna
know,
buy
I
that.
know the Maw was like a weekly deal for $5, which of course I bought that because, hey, why not? And then
Shadow Complex.
Shadow Complex I bought, and I would recommend even at $15, anybody get it because that game is freaking awesome.
Yeah, time delayed. We the Steam sales go on until tomorrow of the time of this recording.
Yeah,
so.
so you missed out on all these sales.
Yeah.
But no, Shadow Complex, I went nuts with that game. It's if you like Super Metroid or any of the Castlevanias from like Symphony of the Night or any of that style, where it's you can't get through this door until you have this, and then you've got a big map to wander around in. Like I just ate that stuff up. It's so much fun, and it's looks really good. Also,
Yeah, I had heard about it, but I never really saw any gameplay or heard anything substantial about it until I was looking at some of the Game of the Year stuff and saw some of the gameplay footage from that, and it looks really, really cool. It's,
yeah, it's basically a 3D version of any of those games in a
Right.
3D engine,
right.
which is fun. It can get a little disorienting every once in a while because you'll think you can jump on something, but it's far enough into the background that you can't. Or, it's far enough in the foreground that it won't let you. There's like a very specific plane it kind of follows. But once you've adjusted to that, it's a lot of fun. And they give you upgrades at a very nice rate. You never go long without getting something new. And some of the guns, by the time you've upgraded your dude to, he's got a suit of armor on by the end, and he can punch a guy, and the guy goes flying like 30 feet in the air.
Sweet.
And there's also a shotgun you get near the very end that just, like, you shoot a guy and he just flies through the air.
Sweet.
It's very fun, but, man, finding some of that stuff, like, it's a collection fest. It's a very, very
Man.
Metroid-esque with that, but finding some of that stuff is ridiculous because there's such specific ways you have to do it, and that part's kind of eh.
So I think did you play or like Braid?
I played Braid.
Did you like it? Because that was just like that. I know everybody
I
went
liked it.
crazy over it, but I got into it and I was like, this is annoying.
Did you use a guide for it?
No.
No. Okay.
I
Yeah,
thought that,
there were certain ones where I was just like, I tried to play it without a guide, but there were certain ones that I'm just like, you know what? I'm pretty smart, but I can't figure this shit out at all.
I mean, it's a pretty and cool and nice ambience game, but I just was like, I just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I know that's weird. That maybe that's lazy, but I was like, yeah. And I don't like that whole like, let's go back 5 levels to get something you couldn't get before that you can now. Like that.
So you would not like Shadow Complex?
Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm
Well, it's one of those cases where it's like that the thing you need is all the way on the other side of the map, but they give you enough tools that at that point you can get there quickly.
So
It's not necessarily.
I might have to play it at your house or something first.
Yeah, but I really liked it. I mean, I only resorted to the internet for one of the items, and I'm at like 96% of the items right now because I kind of got to the end and didn't realize I was at the end, and then something happened that I was like, oh crap, I can't go back from this, can I? And so I was like, all right, that must be the end of the game. Die. Of course I died almost instantly, and I was like, oh crap. But so then I was like, okay, I need to start wandering around finding stuff because I was only at like maybe 65% of the items I think it told me on the map screen. So and like 80% of the map. So I was like, all right, time to go exploring. And if you enjoy just running around finding stuff, that's definitely one
Do
of
you
those
get to
types
shoot
of
dudes
games.
while you're going back and finding stuff?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Guys respawn, and
Okay.
though that part does get monotonous, I think getting the new weapons makes it fun still. Just because, I mean, there's an achievement for getting enough guys to scream as you knock them off platforms. Like if you get, I think it was 100 guys, and yeah, then you
Is it the Wilhelm achievement?
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you punch a dude, he just goes flying through the air, and sometimes apparently you kill them instantly and they don't scream, and then there's other times where they'll fall off the ledge and you hear, ah. So, yeah, it's
A little sign.
but for $10, I definitely got my money's worth. For $15, I would have gotten my money's worth on that.
Gotcha. I might have to spend some space dollars on it.
It's good. It's very good.
I have way too many space dollars in my space account.
Because really all you have to do is play the demo and you'll know how the game plays.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick it up just because I like the look, and from what it looks like, I'll probably like the gameplay too.
Yeah.
I've heard too many good things about it to not pick it up,
Yeah. And again, for that much money, why not?
Right. I also want to get Splosion Man, because I played Harlo and I played the demo multiplayer a while back, and that was ridiculous fun. I don't know if we've talked about it or not, but
No, we haven't, because I have not played it at all.
Based on how we played it, I'm wondering how it would play single player.
I played the single player demo, and it's pretty similar.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, the
But what was fun about it was like we were like having to time jumps. Like, okay, you jump and I'll jump on like slightly above you, and you explode and propel me up to wherever.
Right.
And that was the kind of fun thing. Like, okay, 1, 2. It was like when we're playing Spec Ops, like when we're
So you really
sniping
do
dudes.
it forces you to use the teamwork.
Well,
in the
it
right
was
way.
really fun in the same rooms. It's like I mean, as much as annoying as playing split screen is on Spec Ops, it's like it's still fun when we're like, okay, you get the guy on the left, I'll get the guy on the right, 3, 2, 1, bang,
Right.
And that was the same kind of thing with Splosion Man. It's like,
But the single player is
Yeah.
fun. You don't have to use all the timing and stuff. You do have to use some timing, but it's not dependent on another player.
yeah.
I think the levels are different between multiplayer and single player, but it's ridiculous fun. You got this little guy that's kind of on fire, and he goes.
Now, do you trigger the explosions that
Yes.
he does? Okay.
Yes. So
Yeah, he
you
basically
get
has
the
like a
Splosion
certain
Man.
number of times he can explode before he has to like build back up, sort of thing.
3, yeah.
3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he kind of like goes out, stops being on fire or something like that as he runs out of explosion power.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of that stuff actually sounds like, old school 2D Metroid, where you place a bomb and then you bomb up the wall a little bit.
Yeah.
You place another bomb and then you time it so you got that sort
Kind
of
of like
thing.
that, yeah.
Except your guy can your guy jump, or does he have to
Yeah.
explode to jump?
No, he can't jump.
No.
He has to explode to jump.
Was it? Okay, I couldn't remember.
I think he has to explode to jump.
So it's kind of like an arcade platformer / puzzle game almost.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. With the little dude that goes,
I'll
and you
I'll have to
blow
try
up
the demo.
scientists.
I'll definitely have to try the demo.
You explode scientists.
Fine by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck science.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, I agree.
Science is for nerds
Totally.
like me.
All right, so
Yeah,
I played
There's
a
some
lot of
games.
I'm trying to think like.
I went away for Christmas, so
Oh,
I went on vacation, so I took the DS with me.
no, let's wait till the second half for that because I have a
All
feeling
right.
that's going to be a rant.
We'll get there, but yeah. So the DS can wait until the second half.
Yeah.
Do we want to take a break?
Well, sure.
Or is there anything else you guys want to bring up?
I'm just gonna, as far as I was talking about 100%ing games, I just have to mention I finally finished Fallout 3, all of it, including Mothership, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, 100% of that. Well, I had 100% of Borderlands until the latest DLC. Yeah, and what else? Oh, finished Oblivion last night. Finally.
Shivering Isles.
That's a long story that I'm not going to get into, but I should have 100% of that about a year ago until I lost my save games.
Hey,
Your
sounds
save
like
got
that happened to
corrupted.
everybody.
Here's a very quick thing for you
public
kids.
service announcement.
Public service announcement. Most important one I will ever give. Never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, ever when you go to delete a profile off of anything, choose delete, save profile, and all items. Because I did that on a friend's hard drive thinking, I'll clear my profile off of there and any save games I had on his hard drive. And somehow, through the magic of Microsoft, I put my hard drive back in, and it killed my save games off of there too. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I lost a 100+ hour save of Oblivion and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So those are the biggest ones that hurt at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks to the scaling levels, I was able to just pop in, do like the first 2 quests on the main thing to get, a couple of items, and then I ran into Shivering Isles and finished that up. And I could have done that at any point in time. It's just there was some pain there involved of going back to Oblivion after losing a 100%ed complete character.
And
I understand.
how was it going back to Oblivion after having played Fallout for quite a bit?
Hard.
Yeah.
Very, very hard. I still like the game, but man,
So is it just Fallout with swords?
sort of. You mean Oblivion with guns?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my biggest complaint is one that I never noticed playing it originally is that dude, the dude that does the voiceovers is everywhere.
Yeah. The dude.
Everywhere. I mean, seriously, like Shivering Isles comes out and the main guy, Shakeroff, is like, this is a DLC.
It's the same guy.
It's the same fucking guy. Just hire somebody. Get any asshole off the street to be Shakeroff. Anybody. Just not that guy. Again.
Oh, I will note.
Hello, citizen.
Yeah.
Fuck! Real quick, speaking of voices, Nolan North, the guy who does Drake in Uncharted, is also the main guy in Shadow Complex.
Sold.
Yep.
Ah, yeah.
And he's got that same attitude, like,
I'm fine.
I mean, the guy, it's like, it's kind of disorienting to hear him speak like that, but it's still, he's awesome.
I'll get into that in the second half, but that's another game I finished.
He's good,
I
but
started.
he's in that. They
playing.
need to get him in Oblivion.
Yes.
Anybody.
Elder Scrolls 5.
Hire
Just have him be all the
anybody.
voices.
Yeah. Nolan North
Everybody
presents.
will have a slight ironic detachment to the game.
I would complain at first, but then I'd be like, it's okay.
It's
Bring in
Nolan
Keith
North.
David.
Yeah. Nolan
He's
North.
doing
Keith
lots of
David.
video games.
Yeah.
Bring in anybody.
Holy crap! Cat on the table.
All right. Well, that's a good time to take a break, right?
I also.
Oh.
I just wanted to mention that I started Fallout 3.
Oh, good.
Day late, dollar short, but
Merry
I'm
fucking Christmas.
yeah. Thank you.
It was a Christmas miracle.
It was a goddamn Christmas miracle. I am only about 2.5 hours in right now, and I'm still kind of unsure about the game.
Okay.
So I will report later on.
But at least there's a little more variety in voices, isn't there?
There's
And you've made it
Liam
out.
Neeson.
Hell yeah.
You've made it out of the vault. Right?
I've out of the vault, and I've already caused the death of an NPC.
I'm gonna
sweet.
I'm gonna say it's no longer a spoiler that if Liam Neeson isn't anything, he's gonna die. If he's playing your father or a father-like figure,
Yeah, is
he's
it actually
gonna die.
Liam Neeson?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's
I'm just.
really-
I knew it sounded a
it's
whole hell of a
honestly,
lot
it's
like
just
him,
getting
but-
goddamn ridiculous. It's like fuck Liam Neeson.
He has
I mean,
he's being typecast.
There's typecast, and then there's like Jesus H Christ. I'm a father figure who dies. Yeah. Yeah, I was making a list the other day. It was getting sad.
He didn't die in Schindler's List.
Yes, he did.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Well,
Eventually.
eventually.
Well,
he
yeah,
died of
that's the
old
very end of the
age.
movie.
Eventually, everybody dies.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's the very end of the
And he
movie.
didn't-
They're putting stones
Yeah,
on his grave.
he didn't die like,
In the movie.
Well, no, okay,
Right.
Hey
fine.
man, on a long enough timeline, survival rate for everything drops to
Yeah.
0.
right.
But yeah, Jesus, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, yeah. Batman, Star Wars, Kingdom of Heaven, Fallout. Fuck, there's more.
Hey, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. If Liam Neeson's in your movie and he's playing a dad, except for
gonna-
Taken, he's gonna die.
If it's Taken, he will kill everyone on screen except his daughter.
That's probably why I thought that movie was so goddamn good.
Because Liam Neeson didn't die.
survives.
He killed.
No, because he wrecks dudes in that movie.
Yeah, he does.
Why are we talking about this? This
I
is a
don't
video
know.
game podcast. God damn it.
But he was in Fallout. That's all.
Yeah.
Done now.
Father.
So, anyhow, I'm thinking about blowing up Megaton.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like that place.
Okay. You're gonna take that. You're gonna take that game down a very dark path, aren't you?
You
I fucking hate those people.
you will
Okay.
you will enjoy what you find there after you've destroyed it.
Yes, you will.
Sweet.
Trust me. I've
Let's
done
put it
I've done
in.
both.
Yeah,
but
you will enjoy what you find there after you've done that.
Is there really any?
just get the bobblehead before you blow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
The
know
only
if I'm gonna find
benefit-
all those.
The only benefit to keeping it is the house you get. But if you blow it up,
You get a better
you
place.
actually get a better house.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's something about the finding stuff in this game, like finding where I'm supposed to go. The map is kind of wonky to me.
It'll
so
start making more sense.
I think it'll start making more sense, but
Except
it's
for
kind of
downtown
irritating.
DC is still fucking annoying because like there's
Yeah.
areas you can't get to without going down into subways, and
Yeah.
until you like find them so that you can fast travel, it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's one of those games where starting out, it's like the learning curve is fairly tough as far as getting around. Not necessarily killing things, but just getting around and getting
Right.
where you want to go. Because there's until you find something, you can't fast travel to it. And
Yeah, I know.
that gets old.
Yeah, just like Oblivion.
Yeah, but unlike, I think it would have been more soul crushing to lose my Fallout save than my Oblivion one because having found all those things in downtown DC, at least Oblivion, you can run or jump on your horse and get there
Yeah.
fairly quickly because it's all flat. You know, but this one like,
Oh, it's not all flat.
well, I mean, but it's mostly you can just run
Yeah.
straight there, and you may have to go around
Yeah.
something
Right.
a little bit. This is like go down and spend 20 minutes going through a subway system to
getting
get
attacked by
to get
50
what
things
is basically
along the
just
way.
across a fallen wall. You know,
Yeah, gotcha.
like go along the way around basically. So, anywho,
But still, I
All
like
right.
I like that world better
Yeah.
than Oblivion.
it's
Now,
much
just-
more plain, but you know,
I'd like
just-
some more colors.
yeah. Well, that's you're gonna have to
You're
get
in
used
a
to that.
post-apocalyptic wasteland, dude.
Why can't we have fucking colors?
There's one place.
Yeah, that's true. But
I just
all,
want.
all I want is Fallout 4, Borderlands engine. Somebody make that happen now.
Do it.
I will give you money. I will probably not play any other games.
No,
Yeah,
Guaranteed $60 from Maki.
exactly.
I will go ahead and
Easily
give you like
paid.
$300, and you just give me new shit every month.
Not even on a payment plan.
No, just straight up. Here you go.
straight up.
Here's
Here's
development
my
costs.
lifetime subscription.
Yeah.
Give me the goods.
Yeah, like you can subscribe lifetime to TiVo. No, I want this.
Nice. All right.
All right,
Break
we're gonna take a break.
Yes.
and then we'll come back and talk about stuff,
More stuff.
Games.
video games.
Welcome back to the second half of No Quarters. 2.1.
Woo.
The second episode, technically.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello, BJ.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Did you enjoy your break?
My break was excellent, thank you. How was
Awesome.
yours?
Oh, it was fantastic.
I think we should talk about video games now.
Really? Is that why people listen to this?
Theoretically,
We don't know
Or
why.
person listens to this?
Yes.
Person, not us. Yeah. All right. I guess as I teased before the break, I played some Nintendo dual screen games
was that the
since I had no other access to.
is that the dual screen eye or the dual screen regular?
I have just a dual screen light.
I
Which-
have the dual screen eye.
I have one of the original dual screen lights with a little cracked hinge because
Nice.
apparently that's how they were all designed. Was the hinge is supposed to crack?
Cool.
I went straight from the
Neat
original
feature.
DS to a DSi. my main thing that I like about that versus the original one is no more. I actually hated the Game Boy Advance slot because you pretty much had to keep a game in there, otherwise it was like sharp edges on the bottom of your hand.
You're talking about the DS Fat.
Yes,
the
I had.
original.
That's what I'm saying. I had
Yeah.
the original one, and I pretty much just always kept a copy of. I don't know what was in there, but some kind of Mario Party, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, at least they put the little cover on the DS Lite.
Yes.
but I didn't like that when you plugged in a game, it stuck out the bottom.
But I don't think the DSi has a GBA slot at all.
No, it does not.
No.
Yeah.
You can
Man,
download
fuck
them.
GBA.
Yeah, you can download
Now,
it.
yeah, now they want you to download it and pay more.
Whatever.
Most likely. Yeah, but I played a few games. I borrowed one from Harlo
Yay.
by the name of
Sorry.
Scribblenauts.
Scribblenauts.
Yeah, good idea. Fun idea. You know, you type out and you write out anything on their little on-screen keyboard and it pops up into your game. You know, so you could write zombie and then suddenly there's a zombie wandering around, and you know, you can write in UFO and suddenly there's a little UFO you can hop in and fly. Yeah, that game was designed by people I don't think have ever played another video game before, because the controls are complete crap. I mean, basically the whole game is crap. It should have been just a little flash game. That is what the main screen is.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of it, like, pretty much the arrow, you know, the arrow buttons on the DS move the camera around. The other buttons, I think those move the camera around also. And you interact with everything only by, you know, tapping on the screen. You know, if you're a little guy, if you want him to run right, you tap to the right of him. You want him to run left, you tap to the left. You want to pick up the hammer you just spawned into the game, you click on it, and then you select like pick up or use or whatever, you know, a little context thing comes up. That's all cool until there's like 20 things on screen, and it's like you're trying to use one to interact with the other, but you've picked the wrong one, or you pressed one pixel too far to the right, and so your guy just decides to start running off the side of the cliff after you've carefully set up everything.
Mm-hmm.
You've spawned a bridge that you've dropped down that you want. Okay, I've tied this rope to this goat, and I'm going to lead the goat back over the bridge. But as you press left to run back on the bridge, your guy instead just pushes the bridge off of the edge into the ravine beneath it, and then follows it quickly after. It's just... It's incredibly frustrating to play, because what it does is you know exactly what you need to do. You know what items you need to use. You know how to use them. And yet the game's like, no.
Can't do it.
Yeah. You can spawn, oh my god, there's bees everywhere. Why don't I spawn a beekeeper? Okay, beekeeper runs over, oh god, and dies from all the bees.
He's not a very
Worst
good keeper.
beekeeper ever.
Yeah, you can, fireman, there's a fire. Oh, the fireman needs to get in the house. Oh, so let's give him an axe. Oh no, I just killed the fireman with the axe. It's just stupid stuff like that I gave up. I actually played it longer than Harlo did, because I borrowed his copy and his save was on there, and I was like, I want to see how far that motherfucker got in this game. And I look, and he's on like World 1, 1-5 or something.
That's because all my time spent with that game is just on the title
On the
screen.
menu screen.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
typing shit and figuring out what fights what and what wins.
Yeah. So you pretty much paid $30 for a Flash game.
Yeah.
Because that's all you would use it as.
But I settled, at least in their world, who wins, T-Rex or Cthulhu, and
Who
they
won?
say T-Rex and I say lies.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Did the T-Rex have an F-14?
No.
Okay.
yeah. But the real problem, and it's just kind of stupid, because some levels it's like the instructions they give are incredibly vague. It'll just be like, "Hey, trick or treat." So you're like, "Okay." I type candy, and then all of a sudden I win. It's like, "Okay, you win this level. Here's your star right." It's just bizarre. And then other ones, it's like, "Get him home." And there's like 2 cows, a butcher, 4 cars with people in them, and you don't know who needs to get home, what's going on. Suddenly somebody will die, you don't know who it was, and it's like, no, you lose. If you try and lead the cow, as soon as you move the cow, all the cars start moving and then run over the cow, and then you lose, and I don't know. That game is crap. Do not buy Scribblenauts.
So, be on the lookout for Scribblenauts 2,
The Maki edition.
the version that doesn't suck.
Yeah. But I got to world like 3 something, and then was like, you know what, forget this. I'm not enjoying this at all.
Yeah.
Why am I playing this?
The worst thing about it to me, and I haven't played it, so this is a complete bullshit opinion, but the worst thing is there's so much potential for a really ridiculously fun game,
Yes.
but they seem to
Very
have
much.
ruined it with the actual gameplay.
They just spent
Yes.
far too much time trying to figure out what to put in the game instead of building the actual game.
Well, and the problem is those things don't have any use.
I know.
I can't think of any point where I'd want to spawn a Cthulhu or a zombie that would help me beat the level.
Yeah.
You know?
From what I understand from hearing about some other people's experiences, there are a shitload of things that you can spawn, but really you only end up with about 6 to 10 items that you use throughout the entire game.
Yes.
To win the game.
Yeah, for the most part.
So
I would say, and isn't there
pointless.
something like if you get a vending machine and handcuffs, you can beat just about any?
Yeah, there's.
I think someone told me that
some
it's
sort of,
something. It's some
exploit.
very bizarre combination that when you attach one thing to the other, that like you can pretty much beat anything in the game.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. So I popped that out and put in Professor Layton in the diabolical box, which is
I think I dated her.
hey. Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's some diabolical
Hey,
box
whoa.
right there.
Yeah, which is the sequel to Professor Layton and the Curious Village,
Okay.
which is a much, much, much better game.
Why don't you describe a little bit of this game?
It's basically if you got a book of brain teasers and then put them in a game with a story between the brain teasers, that would be the game. Because it works very much like an old school point and click adventure game
Okay.
where you move around and you... Well, Professor Layton and the Curious Village, the first one, it was you're there in the village to find out the secret, find the golden apple, I think it was. And so you got Professor Layton and his apprentice, Luke, and they wander around, and you'll meet somebody and they'll say, oh, I want to bring the bridge down for you, but I can't find the crank. And then you have to find the crank. And then when you find the crank and you bring it back, it's like, oh, which way does the crank fit? And there'll be like, and then it'll be a puzzle where it's like, okay, well, this shape and this shape, but you have to flip the shape to make it fit. It's basically a bunch of brain teasers.
Okay.
And it feels, it's kind of, a little bit of it feels like taking an IQ test the whole time you're
I was
playing
going to say, it sounds like a damn SAT.
No, but it's fun. But it's one of those games where you either feel like the smartest person on the planet when you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, that was easy. Or you feel like a complete retard because you're like, I don't know how many matchsticks will make this work. It's just, some of them are awesome and then some of them are just drive you insane. And this one's good, but the story is very weird. I don't know if it's like a Japanese thing or what, but it's when you go around, Professor Layton is always like, oh, well, a gentleman solves puzzles for people, and everyone you meet, of course, and this was a complaint many people had about the first one, is everyone you meet is like, hey, nice to meet you. I have a puzzle. Solve it. And then he's got the little apprentice going around. He's like, oh, Professor, I can help you solve it. And everyone you meet is like, I'll help you, but you have to solve this puzzle for me first. Or, Professor Layton, they'll go out to the back they're on a train in this one. They'll go out the back. They'll look at the landscape. It's like, oh, the landscape goes by so fast. Speaking of fast, Luke, this reminds me of a puzzle. So that's, and here's your new puzzle.
Gotcha.
Could you imagine if like CSI was like that? It's like, yeah, her eyes have been gouged out and her ears have been raped. He's like,
This reminds me of a puzzle.
and you can see Caruso. Well, Frank, speaking of ears, that reminds me of a puzzle. Yeah, it's everything reminds him of a puzzle. So that's how they bring it in, and it's
This man is got a psychological condition.
Yeah, and
Yo, dog, I heard you like puzzles.
So
I don't know what the deal is with like his little apprentice Luke, who follows him around everywhere. It's weird. It's just like
Professor Layton is his father.
no, they actually have a point where they skip that. They're like, he's like, I'm Professor Layton, and this is my, and then like Luke stops him from saying something, and then you're like, okay. So I don't know if they're like trying to.
This is my bastard, Luke.
Yeah, but it's just like, say, Luke. Speaking of child rape, that reminds me of a puzzle. But I mean, the game's fun, but if the story is weird, but it can make you feel pretty smart or pretty stupid. In my case, it was stupid a lot of the time. But
Well, since I don't have a DS or a DS Lite or a DSi, I'm probably not going to play this game.
yeah, you
And I don't like feeling stupid, so I probably won't
Well,
either.
you probably like Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars a little better then.
I do have that.
Yeah, that game's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That game is surprisingly GTA-like for being on a DS and being kind of top-down.
Yeah.
It's
I just wanted to get to the point where it became Dope Wars. I mean, sadly, I just want a straight Dope Wars game, or games like that where it's go over here, sell it for this much, go over here, sell it for that much.
Yeah, I haven't quite reached that point yet, but I enjoy searching through dumpsters and then finding a fish head or a dildo.
Well,
Which it's like, hey, you found a dildo. And then the next one you go, oh, hey, you found a handgun. Like, oh, cool, handgun.
Yay.
That might have more use than a dildo.
Maybe.
Depends on your profession.
From what I could tell, it did not store the dildos in your inventory, though. I was kind of disappointed in that. I was like,
You have
fish heads,
37
dildos.
dildos.
It's like, oh, come on. Just give me
Combine dildo with fish head.
That's Scribblenauts.
Oh, that was all old point-and-click adventure games.
Yeah, but
Honey on the cat fur.
Yeah.
only thing
Chicken
that
with a bully.
only real complaint I could have about that game so far is all the cars feel the same. You know, there was big thing about GTA for me is, okay, you get in this crap car, it feels like crap, you know. So you steal a better car and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. And just the way it's top down graphics and it's kind of set up is you kind of don't get that feel as
you're
much.
kind of limited with your little DS cart as to how much you can do with with each individual car.
Yeah, but I mean, they all kind of look and feel the same. The only real difference you can tell is when on the bottom when it pops up and says, "Oh, you're in a burrito," you know, that sort of thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm in a burrito. No.
yeah, but I do like that it's very much missions are much shorter, rampages are much shorter because I mean it's built for a portable system, so it's kind of like they've kept that in mind. Whereas I think some games forget that sort of thing. That maybe I can only play this for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I think they're better about that in that game.
That was my phone, sorry.
Oh.
I suck.
Avon calling.
If one were to buy a handheld gaming system, would
PSP.
one buy a PSP or a DSe?
Well, you might say DS, but...
I've got more games that I play on DS. And the battery life is significantly better than a PSP.
That's true.
PSP, that's my problem, is 5 hours and it's dead. And if you're on a plane or a car or whatever and you don't have a place to stop and charge it, then...
Gotcha.
Actually,
Too
sadly,
bad, so sad.
can I take choice C?
Which is?
Say go buy a iPod Touch or an iPhone. Because you'll probably get more use out of it for other things than gaming.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Well,
because
yeah.
seriously though, I mean, it's like it's sad, but I mean, I rarely ever carry around my DS or my PSP. I like them and I take them on trips.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I ever play them. I don't just walk around on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But I'll pull out my iPhone and play a game of Monopoly or Texas Hold'em or whatever.
Well, I mean,
on the go like all the time.
yeah, I don't know that I would be one to play a Monopoly or a Texas Hold'em
Well, there's
on the DS.
lots of things on there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
too
there are-
crazy about controlling with like using the iPhone's controls.
Well, it depends on what you want to play. If you want to play like a platformer, yes, it's probably not your best choice.
Right.
But
Yeah.
do
But
you
if
wanna
you're doing
play-
like a tower defense or something...
you want to play
you're
tower
in
defense,
good
you want to play
shape.
Peggle, it's awesome. It works
It
really
is
well.
awesome. Yeah, I brought Peggle Dual Shot with me too.
Yeah.
I finally beat the regular Peggle, so I can play Peggle Knights now. I was stuck on...
Why are you looking at me?
I was stuck on literally the second to last level of Peggle.
Yeah, you should be looking at me, who's almost done with all the challenges on the Peggle on the iPhone.
Nice.
I've got like score 1 million points on one level, which I can't do.
Yeah, yeah. I'm into Peggle Knights now, but but I hate to
Peggle
say,
Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes. It's Notor.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Panotor.
No tour.
Yeah, but I love my PSP, and it has some good games on it. That it's like when you look at them, you're like, how the fuck did they make this on a portable system?
So it's almost as good as the Game Gear.
Almost, but not quite. It's more on the Nomad level.
Gotcha.
But no, I love the PSP, and it has some really good games. But as far as like portability and battery life and really having more games to pick from, I would have to go with the DS personally.
Yeah, sadly that's true. But I mean, there are certain games on the PSP that I've played the ever-living crap out of.
Yeah, Luminous. I played the crap out of that.
Yeah, that wasn't one of them.
GTA Liberty City Stories. I played the crap out of that.
Yeah, it depends on what you want. I mean, the DS
Me and
has...
My Katamari. I played the crap out
DS
of that.
has like, to me it excels in like the weird games, like the games I wouldn't play anywhere else, kind of like the iPhone. I mean, it's I don't, other than like New Super Mario Brothers, I haven't played many just straight up like I could see this being on a console. It just happens to be on a handheld, and the PSP is like gives me that console feel fix on the go. You know, like I can play pretty much the same kind of games except for the lack of a second analog kind of hurts that a lot. But I mean, you know,
It hurt me and My Katamari quite a
yeah.
bit.
But I mean, I can take Marvel Ultimate Alliance with me on the go, and it feels almost like the exact same game. You just in a portable experience. So
Yeah.
depends.
Well, I guess that's why it's the PlayStation Portable and
Exactly.
not the Sony
Yeah, if
video
you're
game handheld
I think
entertainment
what I'd
system.
tell you, if you're looking more for puzzle games and that sort of thing, then you definitely want to play on a DS. But if you're looking for more like, racing or Wipeout or GT or what do you call it? Not Grand Theft. Well, there is Grand Theft Auto.
Gran
Basically,
Turismo.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that sort of thing, then you'd probably want to go with the PSP.
Probably are there Burnout games on the PSP? I'm probably just one somewhere.
I'm
Maybe.
not sure. It's a good question.
Whatever. But yes,
I want the
it's
Microsoft
it's
handheld
the-
video game system.
Yeah, well, that would be cool. I mean, that would be awesome if they made something that you could like take your Xbox arcade games on the go. I mean, I don't need any more power than that.
Don't
It's
taunt me.
It's the Microsoft, the Zune, the Zune game system.
The Zune Go,
Yeah, the
Go Zune,
Zune Arcade.
the Squirtle.
Imagine if you sync that with your gamer tag.
God, it'd take like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. There's Burnout Legends.
That would- that would be
how could I
fantastic.
not think of that? Because it's one of the most annoying things. Actually,
Do you have it?
I do. It's,
do?
Or no, or maybe I rented it because I was really disappointed. Like, it's a fun game and it's Burnout on the go. But what I hate about it is it has the most horrible caching system known to man. Because if you're doing crash mode, typically you run through a crash about 10 times to try to get it right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it like rebuffers the entire thing every single time.
Oy.
Like reloads. And it's like,
Yeah,
it's one little tiny thing. Like, I just did it. Just keep it in the memory and let's
reset.
go again.
Load times do kind of suck on that system.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like the worst offender I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it just made no sense. Like, it's already in memory. Just keep it there. Let me keep retrying. Anyway.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll never understand about game systems is like memory limits that they have. Because the PSP, it has a little web browser built in, and before I had a phone that did web browsing, I would use that. Like if I was in an airport, I'd just connect to that and use that. But God, like some websites wouldn't even load because there wasn't enough memory. And I'm like, I'm just going to a web page.
Right.
There are just text and pictures.
Yeah.
How can you be out of memory? And when you think about putting together a computer like for short of hard drive storage, the thing that's probably the cheapest per whatever measurement you want to go by is going to be memory. Mm-hmm. And I've never understood why consoles give this bare minimum of something, or even something like a PSP or a DS where there's just not that much. It's like, why not just put
you can buy a freaking
another
like an
5,
SD
12
card,
megs
like
or
a
whatever.
12 meg or a 12 gig SD card, and
Yeah, I don't understand why why they isn't increased memory on those, and that would help with things like that where Burnout just sits there and loads and loads and loads and
256K
loads.
memory.
Yeah, it never made any sense to me. But
Yeah, I'm trying to think what
Yeah.
other. There was another PSP game I had that was just like atrocious with load times, but I can't remember now. But I remember being bothered by that, and then wondering if the game was gonna. If the PSP was going to die because the battery was going to run out because it's been accessing that damn disc for so long.
yeah, I don't know. It just I got Puzzle Quest on there first and play. I mean, you can get it on the DS too, but it looks better on the PSP. I mean, I played a ton of Puzzle Quest. I mean, I'm stupid obsessed with Hot Shots Golf, so I've played the ever-loving crap out of that on PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as with any system, it has its pluses and its minuses.
Yeah.
But I like them.
If
Just
you don't
don't
like-
get a PSP Go.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to kill the load times, you can get a PSP Go.
Yeah.
But
But amazingly, they didn't fix the battery life.
huh.
PSP Go lasts about just as long as a regular PSP does, which is 6 hours max on a full charge. Playing games, which
Yeah, that's the one with no UMD slot. Right?
yeah,
And
you
have to
basically
download
just
your games.
yeah go wireless and download any games you put on it. And they talked about having an exchange program or whatever, where you own physical copies of the game, you could somehow trade them in and get a download code or whatever. And then Sony was like, yeah, that's a monstrous pain in the ass.
Yeah,
so
we
we're not
want
going to
money.
do that. Yeah. So they took that out and just said, yeah, we're just going to put them on the store. If you want it, buy it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, dick move. Good job.
Yeah. But, I guess that is significant considering it's the first pretty much online only console.
Yeah, right.
That
It's
no
a great
physical
idea,
media
but-
whatsoever.
Yeah.
But they just did everything wrong.
Well,
The screen is
except
smaller.
for the iPhone.
Well,
if you want to call that a
that's
gaming platform.
No,
No, we're not calling that a gaming
No.
platform.
Nope.
that's not its purpose. That's
Okay.
like a side
It's like
thing.
a PC. That's not its purpose. Is not video games.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's just something extra.
Right.
But no, I mean,
You should see the
if
look of
if I
consternation
didn't
on Harlow's face right now.
listen, if AT&T's network didn't suck, I would have an iPhone right now. But AT&T's network sucks, so I don't have an iPhone.
Also, there's the fact that it's an Apple iPhone. have
I don't
issues
care
with
about that. Yeah, whatever.
Not with Apple as a company, just the way they do their stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
The lockdown. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
One little Professor Layton side note is with the DS, the screen resolution not so hot, and a lot of the puzzles that I've seen so far have like point out what's wrong in this picture.
Oh, great.
And you're like squinting at the screen, like looking at individual pixels, going, "What the fuck?"
That
did they
pixel's
want?"
different than this pixel.
There was one. I swear to God, I was just like, "What the fuck am I supposed to circle on this thing?"
Just
And
hit
then-
everything.
Yeah. So I did hint, 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 and it's like,
God, you're stupid.
and it's like, look closely. That was one of their hints. I was like, what? And then the next one, it was like,
I'm looking at a pixel, motherfucker.
yeah. And then the next one's like, it doesn't have anything to do with the dog or the lady on the right. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, there's a- is that
I'm
a
like,
dog?
Yeah, I'm like, that was a dog and that was a lady, all right. And then the last one's like, look at the train. There's something wrong with it. So I'm like, okay. And so I started circling bits of the train. It's like, no, sorry, try again. Look closely.
No,
Yeah. So I kept circling it, and all the time the points are going down because you get a certain number of points when you get something right. And then if you miss, it's like, oh, this is only worth 12 points now, and then it just keeps dropping. So finally, I'm just circling everything. I'm like, I've circled everything on this goddamn screen, and I couldn't figure it out. And then there's one thing like in the top left corner that I had to circle, and I didn't even know what it meant. And then finally, when I beat it, it's like, oh, here's why this isn't right. And I was like,
It's like 2 pixels by 2 pixels, and
yeah, but there's a lot of those little things where you're just like squinting at the screen trying to figure out what the hell this is supposed to be.
so in short, fuck Professor Layton.
No, fuck Scribblenauts.
Oh, fuck Scribblenauts and Professor Layton.
Professor Layton apparently fucks Luke, his apprentice, but yeah. Anyway, so
Yes.
video games.
Video games.
So, I beat the Uncharted's. I don't remember
Yes.
at what point and where I talked about it, but
I know I asked you about Uncharted 1.
yeah,
Of course, who knows if that was even in episode.
I don't
know.
remember
This is the problem with
losing stuff.
PC gaming today.
Is that it forgets where you talked about your PlayStation 3 computer entertainment system.
But yes, Uncharted and Uncharted 2, you beat both.
Yes.
Correct?
I had only played, and this may be rerunning things, but I'd only played like maybe 2 or 3 hours of the first Uncharted. Sad because I got it with my PS3. Mm-hmm. Finally went back and beat it because I got on, and I don't know why, I just decided to play it. And like immediately ordered Uncharted 2 and sat and played all the way through that. And if you have a PS3 and you don't have those games, fuck you.
Buy them.
Wow. I have
Or
them.
they're just not your kind of game.
I
But,
have
they're-
them. I haven't played them.
Well, fuck you. No, I mean, all right, semi fuck you because you have them at least. But no, I mean, unless they're not your kind of games, I mean, but they're amazing. I mean,
They're
Uncharted
pretty
2 is leaps and bounds better than the already good game, Uncharted 1. It's just amazing.
Very
It's
good looking game. Too.
it's-
like really,
like-
really crisp.
like really, if it wasn't like such a, I hate to fault games for being such a confined like playthrough once experience, because otherwise that would be a serious contender for my game of the year because it's amazing. I mean, it's absolutely one of the best like presented games I've ever played. Just, but it has that sense of, okay, it's kind of like a long movie. I'm done with it. It's hard for me to pick that over Borderlands, where I've spent 50 hours and I could spend more. So, but it, high contender for game of the year.
Yeah, I played a bit of Uncharted 1, and I got sidetracked on trying to find all the stupid little
Yeah, and see, I didn't do
relics
that.
or whatever I think they call them in there, treasures. Or
You'll
whatever.
probably want to do that even more with the second one because
Really?
there's more cool things to unlock with them.
Yeah, but I did like the combination of the Tomb Raider exploring with kind of the third person Gears style shooting
Yeah.
at dudes and taking cover and doing all that stuff.
Yeah,
Which I heard with 2, everything they did is better.
It is. They no longer make you use the 6-axis controls to control grenades
Thank
or
you,
balance
God.
or anything. It's just
Thank you, God.
That's out. The dialogue is absolutely excellent. I mean, just not only the way it's recorded, but like the writing is just absolutely phenomenal. And I love that it makes fun of things that people complain about in the first game. And I mean, to have that, self.
Did they mention, shooting a guy 20 times in the chest and he doesn't die?
Not specifically, no.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to talk about it, but there's a point in...
No spoilers,
there's a
please.
point in Uncharted 1 where it goes a little crazy. It kind of becomes Doom. Mm-hmm. Like, just out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. And they make nice reference of that in this one.
Okay.
Because I think they kind of realize, like, what were we thinking a little bit?
Really?
So, yeah. But, this one's just... I mean, there's some of the most funny jokes you can come in contact with in, like, a non-Tim Schafer kind of game. I mean,
like, genuinely funny.
Genuinely funny. Like, I mean, I just was busting out laughing at several points sitting in my, dark living room by myself.
Nice.
And some of them I don't think you necessarily... I think they present it in a way where it's like, it's there and you kind of think, oh, I want to do that. Mm-hmm. But I think there's things you'd miss, like if you didn't do it. Like, I don't think it would pop up otherwise. Yeah. Like, I'm just going to say, there's a point where you find a swimming pool, go in the swimming pool. That's all I'm going to say. just
okay.
I can't,
get in the pool.
I can't say more than that because I don't want to ruin anything. But,
okay.
But yeah, it's funny.
Nice.
And an excellent game. And, yeah. It's one of like 3 or 4 games I've beaten on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
My Blu-ray player.
You beat what else? You beat
I beat
Infamous on it, right?
Yeah. And well,
that was another one of my Christmas pickups.
Yeah, I'm playing through again on being evil.
Okay.
It's so weird. Like certain games make me want to play evil, and some games make me want to play good. And that was one of the ones immediately I wanted to be good, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Like because aren't you set up basically as a superhero?
You are, but I mean, with a game like Infamous, you think it might make you lean towards being evil more, but. And I'll tell you, playing through an evil is pretty goddamn fun.
Right.
Just having reckless disregard for everyone in the city is kind of fun. But I don't know, something about the way the games are presented. If they have a branching thing, they make me go one way or the other in that one.
Yeah.
Like I said, in Oblivion and Fallout, I was all about doing things as good as possible.
Well, I think the majority of people.
Yeah.
I think the majority of people do that anyway.
Yeah,
tend to go good.
I think just because that's what you're expected to be. You're expected to be the hero of the story.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take my Fallout play towards evil.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
I've decided, it's kind of like Wasteland.
Usually it ends up being more fun, but limiting your choices.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing is that I don't want to tell you how to play the game, but
you're going to anyway.
No, I'm just going to give you a hint because there are points in the game if you're going for completion's sake that you will want to do things as neutral and evil and good, and it's easier to go down than it is to go up.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like, I mean, it's
if you're doing
achievements.
Yeah, if you're doing achievements, there's that, but there's also
there's other things. I mean, if you don't care, then play however you want to play. But I'm just saying, like, it's very easy to take your karma down than it is to take it back up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I won't say that I'm playing it from a karma points perspective. I think I'm just going to kind of be an asshole.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, that was one of the better things, talking about Mass Effect again, was the Paragon Renegade, where the Paragon was kind of like, I'm the good guy superhero response to things. And the Renegade was like, I don't give a shit, let's get the job done.
Fuck you.
And it was so much fun to do Renegade responses. Like when you were talking to people, because you could if you were the Paragon, you'd like, oh, well, let's find a diplomatic solution to this problem. And if you're a renegade, you're like, if you don't give me this, I'm going to shoot you in the fucking head right now.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun to pick those responses and the guy who did the voice acting for it too was just, he was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reporter. That's my favorite one of any game.
When he throws her up against the...
There's a reporter who he lands in the spaceship or whatever, the Citadel. And she's like, oh, I hear you've been doing this, and you can be like, yes, it was very, you can be a politician response, or you can just be like, get this camera out of my face, and there's something, and then she asks some question, and there's one response, if you pick the worst one, he'll actually just haul off and deck her right in the mouth. Nice. I was like, that happened, and I was oh, snap. I was laughing so hard just because I was so shocked, because I expected him to just be like, get this camera away from me, fuck you, I'm going. But no, he just oh, is that right? And he just cold cocks her. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But-
I love that
but
there's like
it's-
certain points in that game. I mean, because I am playing through trying to be a renegade because to do that side of it. And
Yeah.
like there's one where this is very early on in the game, but a guy's complaining because his wife was killed in battle and they won't give him
Oh,
her
yeah.
body.
Yeah.
So it's weird because like you're doing the right thing, but the way you go about doing it is so awesome when you choose the renegade choices because like there's the the pencil pusher guy who's in charge of this, and you can
Yeah.
go up to him and be like, you got to give back the body, and he's like, well, no, we're doing research, it's going to save people. Basically, like you choose a renegade after you just throws him against the wall. He's like, do you know who the fuck I am? You're going to give him back the body, and it's like, okay, I just did the right thing, but
Yeah.
the way I did it was awesome.
Yeah, just like there's the one guy who's your biggest fan who comes
Right.
up to you. He's fun. You can make him cry.
Awesome. Yeah, and then is it the same reporter chick in the beginning?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you can like extort her for more money. She's like, I'll pay you if you can get me this information, and you throw up against the wall. It's like, I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, you can play the game as Jack Bauer is
Yeah.
what we're saying, and that. But
I need a
but,
socket, so-
See, I enjoy when games do that. If you're evil, they make it fun because generally the way games are designed is if you're good, you're going to get more options to do things,
Right.
and you're going to get more items, and people are going to help you more. Whereas if you're bad, you kind of can cut off avenues of stuff that you would have been able to do if you were good. And you just don't get that experience, and I think that's why people go good most of the time. I know that's why I do. Is
What about BioShock though? That's one that's deceptive about what's good and what's
yeah.
evil.
Well, BioShock, if you went good, you got much better stuff
Are
in
you
the
sure?
long run. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they would reward you with more things. So you'd have to wait longer to get them.
Yeah,
but
that's true. That's right. That's what I did. I
you'd get 'em.
saved them.
But yeah, if you killed them, it was just like, okay, I get stuff now.
Yeah.
And
That's true. I forgot. Yeah.
all it really gave you was points to buy more stuff. But if you were good, you'd still get the points, but you'd get a little bonus. But you just have to wait longer to get them. So it was kind of, I don't know. That was one of those where it just wasn't handled well. I know they made a big deal before the game came out about, oh, you have the choice. You can, that was back before it was really in every freaking game possible. But I don't know. It was just I didn't like the way they handled it in that one. And it was basically much more. It was much more black and white, and white was the choice that gave you more stuff
Yeah.
Yeah.
and made the game easier. So of course, it's like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
Well, yeah. Speaking of, and I don't want to go back too much to this, but like that's what I gathered from Dragon Age. If like you wanted to play evil, it would actually like majorly lock things out of the game. I didn't try it, but I think there would honestly be points where you wouldn't even get the other characters in your party if you did asshole responses.
Yes, but from what I've heard, there's also good guy responses that
Okay.
will make asshole characters leave.
Okay.
So there's pretty much no way to get everyone on one playthrough
Okay.
type thing.
Maybe.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, but I've heard that if there's certain people where you think, oh, well, I better do the nice guy response, and then somebody in your party will be like, are you stupid? Fuck you, and then leaves, and you can't get them back.
Nice.
So I think it works both ways, which is good.
Okay.
I'd rather have that where it's like, okay, let's do a whole other thing with with this group.
Hey, let's put consequences in.
Yeah.
Instead
Consequences that were more than, hey, you got this armor, or hey, you got that armor.
Did you say horse armor?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So do we want to talk our cheap game picks?
Sure.
Now we're done rambling about whatever.
Yeah. No, we played some games and talked about
Yeah. Played some video games.
it. Value games.
Yes.
Games typically we try to shoot for under 30, really more around the $20 or less
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. For
And that's
beer
mostly ones
coupon.
that are like new. Because eventually you can get everything pretty cheap at GameStop. But
Okay, well, there goes
Nah.
my pick. My pick is on the very old side, but whatever. I'll say it.
yeah, that's true.
Mine's
But,
on the
yeah.
very old side, but that's because you can get it for like $5, really, if you look
Yeah,
around.
nice.
And it goes on the list of things I've probably spent the most time playing on Xbox 360, and that is Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the first one. If you haven't played it, go get it. If you like comic book characters at all. If you ever played X-Men Legends, it's the same kind of game with
Yeah.
a lot more characters, and
it's-
not just X-Men.
From what you've told me, it's much better than 2.
Yeah, I like 2. It's just it's weird. It's a different kind of game. It's sort of more of the same, and they cleaned up the interface and party management and things, but it just doesn't feel as broad, and I don't know, it just feels a little bit off. And I'm actually someone who likes the Civil War storyline, so I found that aspect interesting, but then something about the game still kind of felt a little hollow.
Yeah.
So I'm up in the air about 2, but sold completely on 1.
Ultimate Alliance was the first game I got all the achievement points in,
and
including the DLC.
I'm fairly close, but not all the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
but that's a terrific game.
You can
and
get the game for
terrific.
about $5, $6, I think, at GameStop maybe, and used whatever.
Yeah. So
But,
I guess I'm wrong in saying that get them new. But I mean, even if it was new, it'd probably be 20.
Yeah,
bucks
they
anyway.
have the gold edition, which has the DLC already included in it. But if you can find the plain vanilla version for cheap enough, you can get the DLC for $10. Whereas I think the gold edition is selling for $20 or $30 brand new. So
Yeah, so it's like, why bother?
yeah, why bother? Because you're not going to want to buy a
Unless you want a shiny
copy.
disc without scratches or anything.
Maybe.
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
but that's
anyway.
a great game, and it's also, as we noted earlier, you can play 4-player co-op, one screen,
One
Yes.
screen.
and it's
Which is the future of
tons
video
of fun
games.
that way.
Yeah, it's sad that like we've gone so much with online that they forget about single player split screen stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they had a game like Torchlight or anything on a 360 where you could all sit on the same screen, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a big complaint of mine about the current generation.
Yeah.
yeah, is that they just put in the co-op, but because wasn't it 50 Cent Blood on the Sand? You guys tried to play it co-op, and it actually forced you to sign out of
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
not
you
only
can
could you
only
not
do
do
it
it,
on-
you couldn't have 2 people signed into the Xbox at the same time.
Right.
Yeah,
You have to do it online.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Because,
it forces you
because-
to log off otherwise.
Right. Because you're rendering so much information, I guess. It's too much for one
Yeah.
console. There ain't enough fitty to go, or there ain't enough console for more than one fitty action.
Which is kind of lame, but
helicopters.
Ultimate Alliance, all for you.
Yes.
Yep.
Take a seat and play.
And the DLC is really
Just
don't
more
need it.
characters.
It's just more characters. They're fun characters, but
Yeah.
Hulk should have been in
Hulk
the main
was
game.
worth the DLC
Yeah.
alone.
And, I
he's
mean-
the only one that I really kept.
And
out
Doctor
of all
Doom
of
is
them.
hella fun too on the
That's right,
evil
yeah.
side. Sabretooth, I don't know.
He's
Magneto's
Wolverine,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just reskins.
Venom's-
Hulk was one of the few that
okay.
felt like a new character.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Hawkeye was actually kind of fun too.
That's right. Yeah.
But anyway,
But yeah,
I
that's
mean,
that's a great pick, and you can get it so cheap.
Yeah,
and,
and at
you'll
least-
get so many hours.
at
out of
least
that
there's
game.
if you care about achievements, there are achievements for the DLC characters. I don't think there are for the MUA 2. I think there's just more characters.
really?
I don't think there's achievements that go with them.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But yeah, the comic book missions. Also, there's just tons of fun stuff to do in that game.
yep.
It's just a very well done RPG, and really you can get that on anything. It's on 360. It's
Yeah.
on PSP. It's on PS2. It's on Wii. It's on.
That
Everything.
PC thing that's
Is
dead.
there a PC version?
I think so. Maybe not.
Yeah,
I could be
actually,
speaking out
I
my
think
ass.
you're right. I think you're right. I think there is, but either way, you can find it just about any system you want. Yeah, my pick. Speaking of same screen co-op, Lego Star Wars Complete Saga.
Ah,
You
yeah.
can get it new for $20. You can even download it from the 360 marketplace for $20. Probably get it used even cheaper, but it'll probably be a little kid's copy that's all scratched up.
Yeah.
But the
Pretty sweet game.
Yeah, the Lego Star Wars games are just fun. Well, all the Lego games. I mean, there's Lego Indiana Jones, there's Lego Batman. They're just fun, and they're easy. You're not going to go insane trying to
Same screen
trying
co-op.
to beat them. Yeah, same screen co-op, and it's just you can just pick up the controller in the middle of someone's level and just hit start, and it'll let you start playing.
Yeah.
Like an arcade game.
Yeah,
Insert quarter.
yeah. It's
No
Or
quarters. Tokens only.
Sorry.
and of course, being Lego games, they're very family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I mean, I don't know what much more to tell you. But Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. Don't bother with Lego Star Wars 2, which is the original movies. Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi, and Star Wars.
In Return
But-
to the Sith.
But yeah, for the same price, you can get one with all 6 games, with all 6 movies in it.
So is that basically just like Lego Star Wars 1 and 2 in one game? Is
Yes.
That, okay.
Yeah, and there's some graphic upgrades.
Yeah.
A lot of the levels look better because,
okay.
I borrowed your copy of Lego Star Wars 2 way back when and actually spent the time to get all 1,000 points in it. So I played enough to know, to be immediately like, oh, hey, they changed the lighting in this level and do that, which is insane in itself. But yeah, Lego Star Wars Complete Saga is much better value than Lego Star Wars 2. And, if you get Lego Indiana Jones 1, you don't have to bother with that 4th movie. that's in Lego Indiana Jones too. So there's that.
Good. I actually have that, so I've actually played more of the Indiana Jones than the Star Wars one that I own.
Yeah, the
Strange.
Indiana Jones one is fun, but there's not as big a variety in characters. But it's just fun to.
I just like to play short round.
Yeah, nice. And it's also a game that's very replayable. In fact, if you're going to get all the, to buy the cheats and get all the points and all that stuff in it, and unlock all the cool stuff, you kind of have to play through levels again. But it's just a lot of fun game with a lot of replayability, and you can get other people in your game and sit on the same couch and have fun. And you're not going to get mad and throw your controller. So.
Most likely.
No, not unless you're playing Lego Star Wars 2 and you're trying to do Death Star without dying, so you can get an achievement. Then you will throw your controller and smash things. So yeah. So what do you got, BJ?
I couldn't really come up with anything because I suck. So I'm going to think really hard for about 2 seconds while I'm talking. And then if I can't come up with anything like now, I'm just going to go with buy something on Steam.
But PC
Steam
gaming
will
is
always
dead.
have a sale.
Right. Because PC gaming is dying, Steam has a bunch of sales.
Oh, I
So-
see what you're saying.
So buy the stuff so that you can pretend that PC gaming isn't dead.
Okay.
Somebody
that
already
works.
said Torchlight, and for a value game, but Steam always has a bunch of ridiculous sales, and you can get a smaller game for like $3.
And there's a lot of fun little games
Yeah,
on there.
there's
I'll pick one for you. World of Goo.
yeah, there you go. World of Goo.
Never played it. How is
It's
it?
fun.
It's awesome. I've played it a dozen times.
Just a dozen?
Yes.
I picked it for you just because it's like today only. I think it's like really on sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
I think it's
Not that it matters for people listening to this anymore.
I know, but
It matters for me logging into steampowered.com. And
Yeah. The real reason that PC gaming has been dead to me is because my PC has not been capable of gaming for about 6.5 years.
that's an
which
old
is,
PC.
It's about 6 months after I bought it.
Is it like a Gateway 2000?
No, it's not.
A
It's
Packard Bell?
No, it's one I bought bare bones at a show at one of them Computer 8 shows, and so yeah, I recently got an upgrade, and as soon as I get a graphics card that's capable of something more than 16-bit color at 800 by 600, I'm gonna be
Dude, 8-bit color's where it's at. Yeah.
hell yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
MCGA, motherfucker.
I'm looking to upgrade from 16-bit to 8-bit color.
You're gonna notice a difference.
I think I will. No, I want to get a card that's got more than 2 megs of video memory.
A VRAM.
of RAM.
RAM.
Yeah, so I'm looking for something in the
Yeah.
8 or 16 megs range, hopefully.
Cool.
So
Right on.
anyhow,
I
but
would
buy shit from
upgrade
Steam
mine,
because
but-
you can even run Steam on your Linuxes if you're
That's nice.
wine capable.
Steam's smart about that stuff, man.
You don't. There's not actually a Steam client.
They got to
for the
capture all of that small market they can.
Linux. Right. There's actually not a client for the Linuxes, but
You
can
just
make
have
it.
to hack it in.
And you don't even really have to hack it. There's a program called Wine that you use.
Oh,
It's not fair. It's called Wine because they whined until they couldn't. Yeah. Anyhow, you can run Windows stuff on
what's
through
that stand
Wine
for?
in the
Win
Linuxes.
emulator, maybe.
Something like that.
See, I'm lame. I still have Vista.
Yeah.
Because I bought my computer last year, and
You know what? I'm running an absolutely free
Ubuntu?
operating system. Yeah. That's how lame I am, and cheap, also.
hey, if it runs what you want it to run, then why not?
So far, so good.
Shit, yeah.
And that man, the difference in 7 years of technology is so fucking incredible. Like,
Kind of startling.
oh, it is, because I took out the old shit and I scowled at it for about 20 minutes, and then popped the new motherboard and RAM in.
Did
The
you
new
at any
hotness.
point say, what's wrong with you?
Yes, I did actually.
Okay, cool.
But I already knew what was wrong with it, so it's kind of rhetorical. But I popped in the motherboard, fired it up, and it's like, whoa!
It exploded?
The case started smoking, and
Holy
my
shit,
hair.
God damn,
It was
your
like
ass
the
on
Maxell
fire.
commercial where my
Yeah.
hair was being blown back sitting in the chair,
That's speed.
Yeah.
That's power.
and it booted up in like a 20th of the time.
You are ready to play Torchlight.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah. And you can like click on the Firefox button. It goes book. There's Firefox, and
Yeah.
Firefox, motherfucker.
So it's awesome. I'm looking forward to playing some PC games now.
Yeah.
And I'll report on how much they suck.
I would loan you some, but they all have DRM, so sorry.
So it doesn't matter.
And corrupted saves.
Yeah.
All right, shall
Messed
we
up wave
wrap
files.
this up so we can go buy BJ a video card?
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Going to buy an EGA card.
Yes.
16 color.
You will never need any more memory
Yes.
than that.
No.
An SXVGAQ.
SLI.
Yeah, I'm going to go for triple SLI.
Awesome.
Get yourself a AGP Express card.
Yeah, AGP Express 8X.
AGP CI Express.
I wish.
Yeah.
What was it? What was there before? There was
There's
PCI.
PCI, AGP.
Oh, there's
and
VESA. VESA was the old
Oh,
hot
VESA.
shit,
Oh, God.
hot shit video technology.
Yeah.
VESA local bus, bitch.
Right. And before that, there were the legacy ISA cards,
Yeah,
which were about,
ISA cards.
like, the slot was like 16 inches long.
Yep. We're gonna go get you a Voodoo Banshee.
Yeah.
Dude, 3DFX all the way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, now that we've talked about early 90s video cards,
We like to stay
Hey,
topical.
let's talk about
Yeah,
let's
were
talk about 14.4.
I hear there's some cool
modems.
Quake mods out.
Yes. Anyhow, I think we should wrap this shit up.
All right. Do you want?
Yeah, might as well.
Who's gonna tell them how to get in touch with us?
You are.
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
you
it.
should visit noquarters.net, which is the website, which has all the fantastic features like
Comments.
and
And sometimes random stupid stuff
random
that we
stupid
post.
shit and
We will post
a
more
feedback
soon.
link and a subscribe in iTunes link and all that. Which
Hey, can't you get us on iTunes?
you can get us on iTunes. We're
Finally.
What should they search for?
they should search for No Quarters, and they will most likely find us. Look for our No Tokens logo. Please subscribe there. Rate us. Write a review if you feel the need.
Are we on Twitter?
We are on Twitter at NoQuartersNet because some dickhole has at No Quarters and hasn't posted for a year. Thanks, dickhole. And you can email us at talk@noquarters.net.
We will
don't-
talk back to you.
Don't think we've set up a Facebook page yet. We may not.
We have.
Have we? Okay, we've
Yeah.
set up a Facebook page. You can search for No Quarters on Facebook and
Yeah.
become a fan. I don't know what happens there. It's the Fache book. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff. It's
We get to 50, we can save the website name on there or something. That's all I know.
Yeah, so check us out on all those various and assorted features
Yeah.
on the internet.
It'll be fun.
It's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to start posting about PC gaming.
Yeah. If you'd like to if you'd like to write any articles, reviews, previews, anything for us, send us an email. We can set you up and give you some credits for writing shit for the website.
Yeah.
Because we
We'll pay you.
always bitch about not having enough time, and yet we've become ambitious enough and said we want to make a blogging / podcasting website, and
We'll
then,
pay you in adulation.
yes, in internet fame.
In kudos.
Mm-hmm.
It'll just be like being in Project Gotham,
Yes,
except it's Project No Quarters or something.
exactly.
Kudos.
So sorry
I
if
like
we
kudos.
repeated anything.
Yeah.
Sorry if we forgot something that we said in episodes 2/3 that
Yeah.
you never heard. We'll try to do better
Yeah.
next time as far as losing files or not.
Yeah, let's hope this one saves.
Yeah.
If you hear this, then apparently the save is not corrupted.
Yay!
Yeah. So I guess we'll keep doing this, huh?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Here's to video games. Let's get out of here.
Yay, video games.
Let's go play some.
Shadow Complex.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it more.
Video game.
So anyway,
No.
yeah, I'm Harlo,
Okay, I'm Mackie.
And I'm the Beej.
and No Quarters out.
No quota!